Hi, my name is Reverend Edwin Guy. I'm the pastor of Victory Christian Tabernacle and Galilee Baptist Church in Brooklyn, New York. If you've ever spoken to couples, especially married couples, and asked them what is the secret to a good marriage or a good relationship, most of the time folk will say the key to a good relationship is open communication. And that's absolutely true. There is no question that open communication is vital. It is important that you be able to express yourself and that your spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend is able to express themselves to the extent that they don't hold back, they don't have any reservations, but that they feel comfortable to share and to communicate the concerns that they have. So it's absolutely necessary and vital. But open communication is only the first step. And what I mean by that is that the real important part of open communication that is usually not expressed when you ask someone, but it is implied, and that is that it's the response to the open communication, and that response in the form of change or affirmative action. That's the key. The open communication itself is only as good as the response or reaction or change that is made as a result of the open communication. Now, you need to be clear on something. That change is not necessarily your your spouse or your fiance's changing because of what you've expressed. No, what we need to keep in mind is that we if I have a concern, or if you have a concern and you express it, communicate that, that's great and wonderful. But the idea is that you guys have a dialogue, and at the end of that dialogue, does not you should not assume that it should be a, the positive results of that open communication is not that you get your way. The open communication, the fact of the matter is that it is in fact communication. It's dialogue, not monologue. So you share those things that are on your heart, that are on your mind, and that person, your spouse or fiance, they respond, and you guys communicate and discuss and try to work through an amicable solution. But it is important that at some point, and let me say this: these this communication may not simply be one that can be done in one sitting. In other words, there are some things that, and there are some points in the conversation, in the communication, where if you see or sense that things are not being productive, if it's not, if you find yourselves becoming argumentative, you might want to table that conversation for another time. The point being that in open communication does not just mean you dump everything that's on your, that's on your shoulders and that's in your heart, and then look for a change out of that other person. Look for that person to make a change. That's not open communication. The fact of the matter is that there are some things that when you say it aloud, you may realize that, you know what, maybe I need to change the way I'm thinking, or maybe I need to change my expectations. So clearly, open communication is vital, it's important, but it's just the first step. What happens as a result of that open communication is what's really key. As you move forward, by all means, do foster a open an atmosphere where you both feel like you can speak freely, but but at the end of your getting everything out into the open, the key is that you expect to see some positive changes, and those changes also need to be mutually agreed upon. That needs to be part of the open communication. God bless you. We'll see you next time.